Welcome back to HD Travel Insight. After conquering treacherous routes, exploring exotic locations, and undertaking challenging journeys across the globe, today we embark on a brand new adventure. This time, however, the danger lies not on the road, but hidden within the planet's most majestic waterfalls, where a single misstep could cost you your life. From cascades that reach the clouds to colossal torrents capable of crushing anything in their path, let's explore the waterfalls on Earth that are as breathtakingly beautiful as they are incredibly dangerous. Rhine Falls, Venezuela. From a distance, Angel Falls resembles a white silk ribbon cascading straight down from the sky. Yet upon closer inspection, one understands why it is considered one of the world's most magnificent and inaccessible waterfalls. Nestled deep within Venezuela's Canaima National Park, Angel Falls boasts a total height of approximately 979 meters, with an uninterrupted freefall of 807 meters, the highest on the planet. This height is equivalent to a building of over 260 stories, or nearly 3 times that of the Eiffel Tower. Remarkably, the water does not reach the ground in the way one might imagine. As it plunges from the summit of Tepuy, strong winds shatter the torrent into billions of tiny droplets, creating a massive white mist that blankets the valley. During the dry season, some of the water even evaporates in mid-air before reaching the base. Geologists believe the rock formation hosting Angel Falls belongs to the Tepuy time system dating back nearly 2 billion years, making it one of the oldest geological structures on Earth. It is these sheer vertical cliffs that create such a spectacular rare waterfall. Reaching Angel Falls is no simple feat. Travelers typically must combine multiple short flights, spend hours navigating rainforest rivers by boat, and trek across muddy trails. Every journey is contingent upon weather conditions and river water levels. Standing before Angel Falls, you truly realize just how small human beings are. Here, nature has no need to show off its power. The mere sight of water plunging from nearly a kilometer above renders any explanation superfluous. Rhine Falls, Switzerland. Rhine Falls is not tall, but it is immensely powerful. Located near the Swiss city of Schaffhausen, it boasts the largest water volume of any waterfall in Europe. The falls stand only about 23 meters high, yet they span a width of 150 meters. In summer, more than 600 cubic meters of water cascade down every second. That amounts to millions of liters of water rushing over the precipice in the blink of an eye. Its roar can be heard for kilometers around. Standing on the observation deck, you can feel the ground tremble beneath your feet. Not from an earthquake, but from the sheer force of the water crashing against massive rock formations day and night. Rhine Falls was formed approximately 15,000 years ago. That was when the Ice Age came to an end. Glaciers retreated. The Rhine River changed its course, and this natural rock formation was created. Rising from the midst of the rushing water is a rock formation nearly 30 meters high. To reach the top, visitors must climb more than 100 steps. All around there is nothing but the roaring of the water and towering columns of white mist. Rhine Falls does not overwhelm you with its height. It commands respect through its power. Here, every passing second reminds us that water may be soft, but it is never weak. Niagara Falls, UZ, Canada. If there is one waterfall almost everyone has heard of, it is Niagara Falls. But fame does not equate to safety. Every second, approximately 2,400 cubic meters of water cascade down the three main sections of the falls. During peak times, that figure is even higher. This massive volume of water generates an impact force powerful enough to crush anything beneath it. Niagara was formed about 12,000 years ago, following the end of the Ice Age. Water from the Great Lakes continuously erodes the cliff face. Over thousands of years, the edge of the falls has receded nearly 11 kilometers inland. This process continues today, even though it is now regulated by hydroelectric facilities. What makes Niagara terrifying is not its height. The falls stand only about 51 meters tall. The terrifying aspect is the sheer volume of water. Even standing hundreds of meters away, you can hear a thunderous roar. A dense mist can envelop the entire area. Many have attempted to traverse Niagara in wooden barrels, steel casks, or homemade contraptions. Quite a few have lost their lives. Just one small mistake. The current decides everything. Today, Niagara supplies electricity to millions of households in the US and Canada. Yet beneath that beauty lies a force of nature, relentless, unceasing, and utterly unforgiving of recklessness. Kuang Si Falls, Laos. At first glance, Kuang Si looks more like a natural pool than a waterfall. The water is a stunning turquoise. It is so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom. But that beauty is only the beginning. Located about 30 kilometers from the ancient capital of Luang Prabang, Kuang Si stands approximately 60 meters tall. The water does not simply plunge down in a single drop. It cascades over multiple limestone tiers before converging into the main waterfall. It is these calcium-rich limestone layers that create the famous turquoise hue. It is not a trick of the light. Rather, it is the result of minerals dissolved in the water. Year-round, the water temperature hovers between 20 and 23 degrees Celsius. It remains cool and refreshing even in the heat of summer. Many visitors find the allure irresistible. They dive in for a swim or climb onto the rocky outcrops to take photos. However, the underwater currents in the deep pools can be far stronger than they appear. A single slip on the moss-covered rocks, and you instantly lose your footing. Consequently, many areas around the falls have been fenced off to prevent accidents. Kuang Si is surrounded by pristine tropical rainforest, the sound of birdsong, the sound of rushing water, and the cool air make this place feel like a world apart. Kuang Si does not overwhelm with raw power. It captivates through its tranquility. Yet nature at its most beautiful can sometimes be the place where people let their guard down the most. Victoria Falls, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls is not the world's highest waterfall, yet few places evoke such an overwhelming sense of awe. Locals call it Mosi Oa Tunya. It means the smoke that thunders. One visit is all it takes to understand why. The falls span approximately 1708 meters in width. They reach a height of 108 meters. During the rainy season, over 9,000 cubic meters of water can cascade down every second. This massive volume of water creates a column of spray rising up to 400 meters. The mist is visible from nearly 50 kilometers away. The roar of the water crashing into the gorge echoes like thunder. It is loud enough to drown out all surrounding sounds. Right at the edge of the falls lies Devil's Pool. It is a natural pool that appears only during the dry season. Visitors can swim right at the brink of a sheer drop hundreds of meters deep. Only a natural rock ledge separates them from the open void ahead. When the rainy season arrives, the spot is instantly submerged. Access is strictly prohibited. Victoria Falls was formed hundreds of thousands of years ago. The Zambezi River continuously carved deep into layers of basalt rock. Over time, this created a winding series of gorges downstream from the falls. In 1989, Victoria Falls was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This honor was awarded not only for its beauty, but also for its extraordinary scale. Standing before Victoria Falls, you see more than just a waterfall. You feel the raw power of an entire river, and you realize that there are places where nature reigns supreme. Seljalandsfoss, Iceland. There are waterfalls that can only be viewed from the front. Seljalandsfoss is different. You can walk right behind the cascading water. That is what makes this place so special. Located in southern Iceland, Seljalandsfoss stands about 60 meters tall. The water plunges down from a cliff that once formed an ancient coastline. Thousands of years ago, this area lay beneath the ocean. As the ice melted and sea levels receded, the cliff was revealed. Over time, the water eroded the softer rock layers behind the falls. A natural pathway gradually formed. Today, visitors can step into the open space directly behind the curtain of white water. It is a perspective that very few waterfalls in the world offer. In summer, sunlight filters through the fine mist. Rainbows often appear right before your eyes. Come winter, everything changes completely. The water freezes around the cliff face. The path behind the falls can become extremely slippery. A single careless step is enough to send you tumbling onto the ice-covered rock. Consequently, many sections of the path are closed when the weather turns harsh. Seljalandsfoss does not boast a massive volume of water, nor does it produce a thunderous roar like Niagara or Victoria. Yet it offers a rare experience, standing behind a colossal curtain of water and gazing at the world through nature's own lens. Iguazu Falls, Argentina, Brazil. If Victoria Falls overwhelms you with its sheer power, Iguazu Falls overwhelms you with its sheer scale. It is not just a single waterfall, but a system comprising around 275 cascades of various sizes. They stretch nearly 2.7 kilometers along the border between Argentina and Brazil. During the rainy season, the water flow can exceed 12,000 cubic meters per second. The entire rainforest trembles from the ceaseless roar of cascading water. The most famous feature is the Devil's Throat, a U-shaped gorge approximately 150 meters wide and nearly 700 meters long. Water rushes in from multiple directions, plunging straight down into an abyss over 80 meters deep, creating a massive column of white mist that rises hundreds of meters into the air. Standing on the walkway spanning the edge of the chasm, you can barely see the bottom. There is only the ferocious roar and a veil of mist enveloping everything. Geologists believe Iguazu formed about 130 million years ago, following massive volcanic eruptions that created a vast layer of basalt rock across the region. Over millions of years, the Iguazu River carved deep into this rock, creating one of the world's most majestic natural wonders. In 1984, UNESCO designated Iguazu Falls a World Heritage Site, recognizing not only its beauty, but also the rich rainforest ecosystem surrounding it. At Iguazu, you are not merely standing before a waterfall. You are standing amidst hundreds of cascades roaring in unison, a symphony that only nature could compose. Niagara Falls, South Africa. While Angel Falls is renowned as the world's highest waterfall, Niagara Falls is a name that frequently arises in debates on the subject. Laser measurements published in 2016 indicated a total height of approximately 983 meters, for Tugela, potentially making it even taller than Angel Falls. However, this finding has not yet gained universal consensus within the scientific community. Regardless, no one can deny the site's majestic beauty. Tugela is located in Royal Natal National Park within South Africa's Drakensberg mountain range. The water does not plunge in a single unbroken column. Instead, it cascades down 5 successive tiers. From above, slender white ribbons of water resembling silver threads drape down the sheer cliff face. During the rainy season, the mountain appears draped in a colossal curtain of water, though the flow can diminish significantly during the dry season. Reaching the best vantage point to admire Tugela is no easy feat. It requires a trek of nearly 13 kilometers, traversing precarious cliffs and climbing chain ladders fixed directly to the rock face. Every step demands absolute concentration. In return, the view from the summit makes all fatigue vanish. Standing at the precipice with clouds drifting beneath your feet, the wind blowing ceaselessly, and the water plunging nearly a kilometer into the vast void. Tugela Falls needs no proof that it is the tallest waterfall. You need only stand before it. You will realize there are heights meant simply to be admired, not challenged. If you enjoy journeys to discover the world's most spectacular wonders, please take a moment to hit like and subscribe to the HD Travel Insight channel. That helps us bring you even more exciting adventures in future videos. Cameron Falls, Canada. Not every waterfall retains the same color year-round. Cameron Falls is an exception. Most of the time, the water here is crystal clear, serene, winding its way through ancient sandstone cliffs. But after heavy rain upstream, everything can change in just a few hours. Located in Waterton Lakes National Park, Alberta, Cameron Falls stands only about 18 meters tall. Not particularly massive, not particularly high, yet it is famous for a rare phenomenon. Following intense rainfall, floodwaters carry red argillite, a type of sedimentary rock, downstream. The waterfall instantly turns a deep red. It looks like a river of blood cascading amidst the mountains and forests. This phenomenon is not caused by pollution, nor is it red algae. It is simply natural silt and minerals washed away from rock layers millions of years old. What makes it unique is that there is no set schedule for this event. Some years it happens multiple times, other years it doesn't occur at all. Consequently, few visitors have the chance to witness it firsthand. Cameron Falls is surrounded by pine forests and the majestic Rocky Mountains. The setting is incredibly peaceful. That is until nature decides to transform the color of the entire waterfall after a single rainstorm. Cameron Falls doesn't stand out for its size. It stands out for the element of surprise. Because in nature, the most memorable things aren't always the biggest. Sometimes they are the things you never saw coming. Iguazu Falls, Guyana. To reach Iguazu Falls, you have virtually no other choice. Either take a plane or trek for days through the rainforest. It is precisely this isolation that has kept the place almost entirely pristine. Located within Guyana's Iguazu National Park, the falls drop approximately 226 meters. If the rapids below are included, the total height exceeds 250 meters. That is nearly 5 times the height of Niagara Falls. Even more astonishing is the volume of water. It averages about 660 cubic meters per second. A massive body of water plunges straight into the depths without breaking into multiple tiers. The entire Pataro River seems to vanish in mere seconds. Iguazu cascades from a sandstone cliff dating back nearly 2 billion years. This is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth. As the water crashes into the gorge below, columns of white mist rise hundreds of meters into the air, enveloping the surrounding forest. Remarkably, there are virtually no hotels here. No resorts. No crowded roads. Just ancient forest, the sound of birds, and the ceaseless roar of the water. Many scientists consider Iguazu to be one of South America's most pristine ecosystems. It is also the habitat of the extremely rare Iguazu golden frog, a creature found only on the giant bromeliads surrounding the falls. Iguazu is not as famous as Niagara, nor is it as crowded as Iguazu. Yet it is precisely that untouched nature that sets it apart. Some wonders need neither spotlights nor crowds. As long as nature remains pristine, they are extraordinary enough. Iguazu Falls, USA. Amidst the arid desert of Arizona lies a place that seems otherworldly. A turquoise waterfall cascades down between brilliant red cliffs. This is Iguazu Falls. Located within the Havasupai Reservation, the falls stand about 30 meters tall. It is not particularly high. Yet the color of the water is what captivates millions. The water here retains a turquoise hue almost year-round. It is not due to color editing, nor is it a trick of the light. It stems from the dissolved calcium carbonate and magnesium in the water. These minerals reflect light, creating a rare and distinctive blue-green color. The flowing water continuously deposits minerals onto branches and rocks. Over the years, these deposits gradually transform into natural travertine terraces. Consequently, the landscape around the falls is constantly shifting. After a major flood, a pool might vanish. A new smaller waterfall might appear. To reach Iguazu Falls, visitors must hike nearly 16 kilometers from the nearest parking area. They must brave summer heat that can exceed 40 degrees Celsius. There are no roads for cars. There are no cable cars. There is only the strength of your own legs and the trail winding through the Grand Canyon. Yet all the hardship seems to melt away the moment that first glimpse of turquoise appears. Iguazu Falls may not be the most majestic, nor the most powerful, but it stands as proof that nature always knows how to create the seemingly impossible. A green oasis. Amidst a landscape that appears to consist of nothing but rock and sand, Deadliest Waterfalls. If power could produce a sound, Deadliest would be the roar of nature itself. Located in Vatnajökull National Park in northeastern Iceland, Deadliest is considered Europe's most powerful waterfall in terms of water volume. The falls stand approximately 44 meters high. They span nearly 100 meters in width. On average, more than 190 cubic meters of water rush over the precipice every second. In summer, as the ice on the Vatnajökull glacier melts rapidly, the flow rate surges even higher. What sets Deadliest apart is not a clear blue hue, but rather an opaque grayish color. The Jökulsá River carries vast amounts of silt sand and pulverized rock from the glaciers. Every drop of water acts like sandpaper, silently eroding the canyon walls over thousands of years. It is this very process that carved the majestic Jökulsá Canyon we see today. Standing near Deadliest conversation is nearly impossible. The roar of the water drowns out all other sounds. The ground trembles slightly with each impact. The air hangs heavy with cold mist. On sunny days, rainbows often appear above the white spray. Yet just a few steps away lies the edge of a deep abyss. A distance that is breathtakingly beautiful and equally perilous. Deadliest appeared in the 2012 science fiction film Prometheus. Its wild, ferocious landscape makes the site look more like an alien planet than Earth. Deadliest makes no effort to be beautiful. It simply displays the raw primal power of nature. And sometimes, that is the kind of beauty that leaves us speechless. Ruby Falls, USA. Most waterfalls cascade down from mountains. Ruby Falls is the exact opposite. It lies deep underground. Hidden within Lookout Mountain in Tennessee, Ruby Falls is the tallest underground waterfall in the United States open to visitors. The waterfall stands approximately 44 meters tall. To see it, you must descend nearly 340 meters by elevator. Then you continue through more than 800 meters of limestone caverns. The passageways are narrow. The ceilings are low. The air is cool. All other sounds gradually fade away. Only the echo of water remains reverberating from deep within the darkness. Ruby Falls was formed over millions of years. Rainwater seeped through layers of limestone, drop by drop, silently carving out the mountain's interior, eventually creating a massive cavern with a hidden waterfall inside. Interestingly, Ruby Falls was only discovered in 1928. Explorer Leo Lambert drilled into the mountain in search of a new passageway. After hours of crawling through tight rock crevices, he unexpectedly stumbled upon a waterfall previously unknown to humanity. He named it after his wife, Ruby. Today, a multicolored lighting system gives the waterfall a magical, ethereal quality. Yet that beauty also serves as a reminder that hundreds of meters of solid rock lie directly above you. A space that is at once magical and awe-inspiring. Ruby Falls is not a gift from the sky. It is a secret the Earth has kept hidden for millions of years. Underwater waterfall, Mauritius. At first glance, it looks like a massive waterfall cascading down to the ocean floor. But in reality, not a single drop of water is actually falling. This is the underwater waterfall, one of the world's most famous natural optical illusions. It is located off the coast of the Le Morne Peninsula in the southwest of Mauritius. Viewed from an airplane or satellite, the ocean appears to be torn apart. A colossal torrent of water seems to be plunging into an endless abyss. The sight is breathtakingly beautiful. The magic lies beneath the surface. The area features a shallow coral shelf. The depth ranges from only about 10 to 40 meters. Just beyond that, the seabed drops abruptly to a depth of thousands of meters. This dramatic change in topography creates a unique visual effect. Ocean currents constantly pull white sand and sediment from the shallows toward the edge of the drop-off. From above, these streaks of sand look exactly like a waterfall cascading into the ocean depths. There is no roaring water. There are no giant whirlpools. It is simply the interplay of light watercolor and terrain that tricks the eye. This is also why pilots and photographers consider Mauritius one of the most spectacular places in the world to fly over. From the ocean's surface, you wouldn't see anything out of the ordinary. But rise just a few hundred meters, and the entire ocean instantly transforms into a surreal masterpiece. The underwater waterfall reminds us that not all wonders are forged by sheer force. Sometimes a shift in perspective is all it takes to change the world. Wallerman Falls, Australia. Amidst the tropical rainforests of Queensland lies a waterfall that plunges almost straight down into the abyss. No change in direction, no cascading tears, just water and open air. This is Wallerman Falls. At approximately 268 meters, It is Australia's highest single-drop waterfall. The water plummets from a sheer cliff face into a deep pool below. It takes less than 8 seconds to reach the bottom. During the fall, strong winds shatter the water into countless tiny droplets. Often, the base of the falls all but vanishes into a veil of white mist. From a distance, Rhine Falls resembles a silver ribbon suspended against the cliffside. The falls are located within Giringan National Park, part of the wet tropics rainforest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This area dates back over 100 million years. It is home to many plant and animal species found nowhere else but Australia. To reach the base of the falls, visitors must hike down a steep trail nearly 1.6 kilometers long. The path is not particularly long, but it can be quite slippery after the rain. The descent is far easier than the climb back up. Standing at the base, you can truly feel the waterfall's power. Not just through the sound, but through the powerful gusts of wind generated by the falling water itself. Rhine Falls does not need a massive volume of water to impress. A single drop of nearly 300 meters. That alone is enough to turn gravity into a spectacular display of nature. Yosemite Falls, USA. From a distance, Yosemite Falls resembles a white silk ribbon cascading from the sky. But as you draw closer, you realize its true scale. Located in Yosemite National Park, California, it is one of the tallest waterfalls in North America. Its total height reaches approximately 739 meters. That is equivalent to a building with over 240 stories. Yosemite does not plunge in a single drop. It consists of 3 successive tiers. The uppermost tier features a free fall of nearly 436 meters. This section alone is taller than most of the world's famous waterfalls. The water originates from melting snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Consequently, spring is when Yosemite's at its most powerful. Millions of liters of water rush down daily, creating a white mist that envelops the massive granite cliffs. By late summer, the scene shifts dramatically. The water volume drops rapidly. In some years, the waterfall nearly vanishes altogether, leaving only thin streaks of water clinging to the cliff face. In late February, under perfect conditions, the sunset transforms the waterfall into a brilliant orange. This phenomenon is known as the firefall. For a few fleeting minutes, the cascading water appears to be ablaze. Thousands of photographers from around the world have waited years for that very moment. Yosemite Falls changes not only with the seasons, it shifts in rhythm with nature itself. And that is what makes every appearance a unique experience, never quite the same twice. Iguazu Waterfall, China. Not every waterfall is blue or green. Iguazu Waterfall bears the color of the earth, a murky yellow. thick and dense, surging like a never-ending flood. Located on the Yellow River between the provinces of Shaanxi and Shaanxi-Hukou, is the largest waterfall on the river's course. The river spans nearly 300 meters in width. Yet upon reaching this point, the entire flow is forced into a rocky gorge only 30 to 50 meters wide. A massive volume of water is compressed. Then it suddenly plunges down a drop of about 20 meters. It is this abrupt transition that creates a thunderous roar. During the flood season, the water volume surges dramatically. Columns of white foam, mingling with golden silt, create a spectacle rarely seen elsewhere. The name Hukou translates to teapot spout. This is because the shape of the rocky gorge resembles the spout of a giant teapot. For millennia, the Yellow River has ceaselessly eroded the rock layers at the base of the falls, quietly reshaping the landscape with every flood season. If you enjoy journeys to discover the planet's most magnificent wonders, don't forget to subscribe to HD Travel Insight and turn on notifications. Ahead lie more places that will make you wonder. What other extraordinary things might nature create? Hukou Waterfall may not boast the most beautiful watercolor, but it embodies the very soul of the Yellow River. Powerful, enduring, and ceaselessly flowing. Iguazu Falls, Peru. There are wonders known throughout the world. And then there are wonders that have remained hidden for centuries. Iguazu Falls is one of them. Tucked deep within the cloud forests of northern Peru, Iguazu only became truly known to the world in 2005. Before that, very few people outside the local area were aware of this massive waterfall's existence. Iguazu has a total height of approximately 771 meters. It is one of the tallest waterfalls in the world. The water cascades down in two tiers. The first tier plunges from a sheer cliff face. It then continues down to the second tier before merging into the forest below. What makes it unique is that you can hardly ever see the entire waterfall from a single vantage point. Clouds, mist, and the rainforest canopy constantly obscure parts of the falling water. Only when the wind shifts does Iguazu gradually reveal itself. Then just as quickly it vanishes behind a veil of white mist. The waterfall sits at an elevation of over 2,200 meters above sea level. The air remains cool year-round. The surrounding forest is home to hundreds of bird species. Among them is the Andean cock of the rock Peru's national bird. To reach Iguazu, visitors must hike nearly 6 kilometers along forest trails. There are no cable cars. There are no shortcuts. Only nature guides the way. Locals once believed that a giant mermaid lived at the base of the falls. It was this very legend that kept people from venturing near it for generations. Today, Gokta is open to visitors, yet the sense of mystery remains intact. Gokta does not captivate you at first glance. It compels you to keep moving forward. Then, step by step, you eventually realize that there are wonders that reveal themselves only to those patient enough to seek them out. Iguazu Falls I Seljaland. It is no coincidence that Iguazu Falls is known as the Golden Falls. When sunlight pierces the mist, the entire cascade glows as if plated in gold. It is a sight that compels anyone to pause and marvel. Located on the Huvita River in southwest Iceland, Iguazu Falls consists of two tiers. The first tier drops approximately 11 meters. The second tier plunges another 21 meters into a deep canyon. From a distance, the river seems to vanish. The entire volume of water rushes into a narrow rocky crevice and disappears from view. On average, about 140 cubic meters of water pour over the edge every second. In summer, as glaciers melt rapidly, the flow rate can surge to over 2,000 cubic meters per second. The roar of the water echoes throughout the valley. The ground trembles with the force of the surging water. The air is constantly filled with cold mist. Iguazu Falls is fed by the Langjökull Glacier, Iceland's second largest. Tiny particles of rock flour ground down by the ice reflect the light. This gives the water its characteristic golden sheen. In the early 20th century, Iguazu Falls was nearly transformed into a hydroelectric power plant. However, thanks to the persistence of Sigríður Tómasdóttir, regarded as Iceland's first environmentalist, the project was abandoned. Today, Iguazu Falls flows freely just as it has for thousands of years. There are wonders created by nature, and there are wonders that endure, because someone was determined to protect them to the very end. Jog Falls, India. Some waterfalls are beautiful all year round. Jog Falls is not one of them. It truly comes alive only when the monsoon season arrives. Located on the Sharavathi River in the state of Karnataka, Jog Falls has a total height of approximately 253 meters. It is one of the highest waterfalls in India. What makes it unique is that the cascade splits into 4 distinct streams. Each stream bears its own name. Raja flows straight and majestically. Rora thunders loudly. Rocket plunges down at tremendous speed. And Rani flows softly like a ribbon of silk. During the monsoon, the 4 streams merge into one, transforming the entire cliff face into a massive wall of water. The roar of the falls echoes throughout the valley. A white mist blankets the forests below. But when the dry season arrives, everything changes completely. Water flow drops drastically. At times, only a few thin trickles of water run down the cliff face. This change is caused by the Linganamaki Dam located upstream. The volume of water flowing over the falls is regulated based on the season and electricity generation needs. To see Iguazu Falls at its most magnificent, you must time your visit perfectly. A difference of just a few weeks can completely alter the scenery. Standing at the base of the falls, you will see cliffs covered in lush green moss. A cool mist spreads through the air, and the sound of water ceaselessly echoes against the cliff face. Iguazu Falls reminds us of something very simple. Nature does not always reveal its beauty. There are moments that only those who arrive at the right time have the chance to witness. Batara Gorge Waterfall, Lebanon. Not every waterfall cascades into a river. The Batara Gorge Waterfall plunges straight into a massive chasm. It looks as if the earth itself has been torn open. Nestled in the Lebanon mountains, the waterfall stands approximately 255 meters tall. What makes this place truly unique are the 3 natural stone bridges spanning the abyss. The water flows through each stone arch before vanishing into the darkness below. The scene resembles a forgotten world. This sinkhole dates back some 160 million years. It was formed as rainwater, and melting snow quietly dissolved the limestone, bit by bit, over millions of years, eventually creating one of the most beautiful sinkholes on the planet. Interestingly, Batara does not flow year-round. In spring, as mountain snow melts the waterfall springs to life, water rushes down into the depths of the gorge. But come summer, the flow all but disappears. Only the stone bridges remain standing tall amidst the void. To reach this spot, visitors must traverse winding mountain roads. Standing on the first stone bridge, you can see the abyss right beneath your feet. There are no high railings, no sense of absolute security. Just the wind, the sound of water, and the yawning void below. Batara Gorge may not be the largest waterfall, but it stands as a testament to nature's patience. Given enough time, even water can carve through a mountain. Niagara Falls, Lesotho. Nestled amidst the mountains of the Kingdom of Lesotho, Niagara Falls appears as a streak of white light against the dark cliffs. Remote, untamed, and virtually cut off from the rest of the world. The waterfall stands approximately 192 meters tall, It plunges straight down in a single unbroken drop. It ranks among the highest free-falling waterfalls in Africa. Fed by the Malatsuniane River, the water suddenly leaps over a basalt cliff edge formed by volcanic eruptions nearly 180 million years ago. From the base, the cascading water looks like a white silk ribbon suspended in the sky. Strong gusts of wind tear the curtain of water into millions of tiny mist droplets. When the sun breaks through, rainbows constantly appear and vanish. The scenery is breathtakingly beautiful. Yet this place is also famous for an experience not for the faint of heart. Malatsuniane is home to one of the highest commercial abseiling sites in the world. Participants descend nearly 200 meters alongside the waterfall, with nothing but a safety rope, the roar of the water, and the open void beneath their feet. It is a sensation no amusement park could ever replicate. Malatsuniane may not be the most famous waterfall, but perhaps that is precisely what makes it so special. It remains pristine, majestic, and continues to flow just as nature intended for millions of years. As breathtaking as they are, the world's most magnificent waterfalls are also powerful reminders that nature is both a gift and a force that demands our deepest respect. Behind the roaring torrents and stunning landscapes lie incredible stories of survival courage and valuable lessons from some of the most dangerous places on Earth. Which waterfall impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to HD Travel Insight so you won't miss our upcoming adventures, where we'll continue exploring the world's most spectacular natural wonders, hidden destinations, and extraordinary places.